in about a few seconds. Tick, 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 tock, tick, tock. Alright. It's time now for the YouTube channel 6 o'clock news on this Thursday evening, July 7th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and I have your 6 o'clock news on the top story at 6 o'clock on this Thursday evening is Minnesota, where as Philando Castile's head slumps backward while he lies down next to her. Diamond Reynolds looks in the camera and explains that Minnesota police officer just shot her fiance 4 times. Donald Trump's private meeting on Thursday with Senate Republicans designed to foster the Creative Party on Unity Hill at the National Convention of Cleveland grew combated as the presumptive presidential nominee admonished 3 senators. In less than 48 hours, a publication and disturbing video from the incident around the country in which bystanders captured footage of police officers fatally shooting suspects has rekindled a long-running debate on the U.S. race for President Prime Minister Theresa May and Andrea Leadsom. Republican legislatures on Thursday launched a new bid to scrutinize Hillary Clinton for her use of a private email while she was Secretary of State questioning the FBI director for nearly 5 hours about now, after a year-long investigation. North Korea blasted new U.S. sanctions on the rogue nation with no uncertain terms Thursday, saying the penalties demanded to a declaration of war, the AFP reported. Beirut, Syrian government forces took a step toward completely encircling the rebel-held parts of Aleppo on Thursday, captured in ground overlooking the only road into the opposition of the half of the city and effectively put those areas under siege. A firecracker apparently caused explosion at the computer trade that injured at least 24 people Thursday evening in Taiwan, according to the nation's official central news agency. Rome, Italian police arrested a man on Thursday suspected of killing a Nigerian refugee in a racist attack that shocked Italy. Further fueled political debate in the long-running immigration crisis. Nothing about Brexit undermines the fundamental commitment for each member state to defend any other in the name of an armed attack. Hong Kong, where a major international court ruled on its South China Sea claims. Around the corner, Beijing has warned the United States against intervention. Seoul, North Korea kept surveillance of the forced laborers in China for tightly monitored the network, according to a report. Baghdad, at least 282 people were killed in Sunday's car bombing in Baghdad, the Iraqi health ministry said on Thursday. Beijing, China voiced its objection to a U.S. Treasury decision on the sanction Kim Jong as a human rights defender called the measure openly pressurizing move. The odds of winning $540 million Mega Millions jackpot Friday are roughly 1 in 259 million. Powerball players even stand a worse chance winning in Saturday's $28 million jackpot, where odds are second against them at 1 in 293 million. Washington on average 20 veterans today committed suicide in 2014, a slight decrease from the previous government estimate, but federal health officials are cautious about concluding that the suicide problem is getting better. Relatives of a black man shot and killed by a Watt Asheville police officer are calling the man's death unjustified. The family of 35-year-old Jerry Williams spoke in a news conference on Wednesday outside of Buncombe County Courthouse, demanding more answers. Baltimore, the Lieutenant Brian West trial, the highest-ranking officer in charge of the custody death for 30 grade, began with opening statements on Thursday. Washington, the U.S. Department of Transportation approved commercial flights to Havana starting this fall from 10 different American cities. Washington, New York, the United States has tentatively approved flights on 8 U.S. airlines to Havana as early this autumn with American Airlines Group Incorporated. The S&P and 500 Dow Industrial slipped on Thursday, weighing by energy shares, but gains in the Costco tech shares lifted in the NASDAQ composite. The Dow down 22.74 points at 17,895.88. S&P 500 down 1.83 points to 2,097.90, and NASDAQ up 17.65 at 4,876.81. Amazon is bringing back Prime Day's annual Black Friday-like sales event where hundreds of thousands of special discount offers are made exclusively to Prime members. U.S. tax officials are investigating Facebook and corporate transfer of assets to Island Stars at 10, saying that the value of some assets may have been understood by billions of dollars. Washington, Raytheon Missile Systems awarded a $23 million U.S. Army contract modification for a rocket artillery mortar weapon system logistics and support. Hunt Valley, Maryland, Textron Shuttle Twin that surpassed 1 million total flight hours, becoming by one only during the size that hit the milestone the company announced Thursday. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Brazil's Cacador drone took its first demonstration flight last week to Sao Paulo, manufactured Israel aerospace industry, and announced Thursday. Tel Aviv, Israel. Israel aerospace industry reports successful test flight in the medium-range surface-to-air missile defense system jointly developed with India. Purchase New York. Pepsi Company raised its 2016 growth outlook after announcing higher than expected second quarter earnings. A new planet, HD 131399 and triple star system was recently discovered about 340 light years from Earth in the constellation of Centaurus. Just before meeting its matter, it told me satellite made some observations that scientists say will change our ascending galaxy formation. Scientists have created a synthetic stingray that propelled by limited muscle cells and controlled by light, a team reports Thursday in Journal Science. J. Hester and Moskov peering deeply in the core of the crab nebula, that close-up image reveals that the beating heart is one of the most historic and intensely studied. 3 patients have died in a closely watched study of using genetically engineered blood cells to treat adult leukemia patients, forced the trial to be put on hold. Health officials today an increased mosquito count means that crews will spray in the Cypress Point community in Severna Park tonight. Vanderbilt University Medical Center will receive a $71.6 million grant, the largest in history, from the federal government to establish a data research center under an initiative to be entailed treatment in everyday medicine. A picture says 1,000 words, especially in the case of Andre Farmer, dad in New York, Pennsylvania, has really won the hearts of thousands. However, a 29-year-old man is ordered held in jail on $10,000 cash bail Thursday after being arraigned on charges. He had several internet videos and still image of girls as young as 3 being sexually abused at places and suggested poses. Matthew P. Collette, who lives in the Murray at Hebron Village Apartments in Attleboro, allegedly admitted to sharing videos and images of child pornography when in Oakland State. Police executed a search warrant at the apartment and seized 3 hard drives of 40D said. Collette, who had no prior history, criminal record, and is unemployed, was described in Attleboro District Court by his lawyers. Stephen Delaware of New York referred as an admitted computer geek who lives a solitary lifestyle playing computer games. Collette was arrested on Wednesday morning in an ongoing investigation by the State Police Computer Crimes Unit and the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, a nationwide network of federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. Local school departments around the Attleboro are struggling with their budgets have gone more bad news. The legislature has eliminated state grants for full-day kindergarten. Attleboro, a 40 say an angry, jealous boyfriend set fire to the sports car sailboat owned by his girlfriend's ex-husband, destroying a man's 1979 Fiat and Emily damaged in his boat. North Attleboro, a suspect in Pawtucket shooting, is in jail after he was apprehended on Route 1 motel by federal, local, and Pawtucket police. Rehoboth, the 21-year-old woman who was killed in the crash Wednesday night, was Caleb DeMello of Rehoboth, according to Greg Millard, spokesman for the Bristol County District Attorney's Office. St. Police are asking the public help to verify the driver of the white pickup truck wanted in connect with a hit and run crash at a Boneyard Barbecue on Route 152 near the Attleboro line. Boston, Governor Charlie Baker is asking state lawmakers to make clear that the people of U.S. illegally are not eligible for any kind of Massachusetts driver's license. In addition, the state budget provision that would bring Massachusetts into compliance with a real idea, a federal program that sets new requirements for driver's license and identification card to the proposed two-tiered system. Residents could apply a real ID complicated license that choose license that's valid for the driver but not for the federal identification purposes. The Republican governor said Thursday that he wouldn't file an amendment clarifying that the need for top Massachusetts license could be obtained by proof of lawful U.S. residents. Boston, Massachusetts is a step closer to becoming the first U.S. state this year to pass a law that will allow transgender people to use restrooms and locker rooms that correspond with their gender identities. Peter Jones time is now 6:09 on this Thursday evening, and it's time out for a sports report. The Boston Red Sox have the night off tomorrow to start a 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Looking at other scores around the major leagues, Los Angeles Angels defeat the Tampa Bay Rays 5-1, and the St. Louis Cardinals of the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-1. The Golden State Warriors finally announced the 6-time All-Star Kevin Durant on Thursday and introduced him to a fan for the newest conference of teams that's at Oakland practice facility where screens read, "Welcome KD to Dub Nation." Marcel French, 2016 his last great game, not quite an all-time class, perhaps not similarly to certainly, but a minor epic passion and conference he played out in a balmy evening in front of a favorable crowd in the most striking London, her championship arc still beat with life of Venus Rooms that played fight seemingly endless twists, swatted away break points. Peter Children's time is now 6:09, and it's time now for a Trevor Can Trends report. Let's study up down in the MBTA where the Silver and SL Fox experiencing minor delays due to traffic. But the subway system is living good. Please board up on Framingham Worcester line trains in the inbound platforms at Wellesley Farms Park Framingham Station at 7:30 p.m. Please board inbound Framingham Worcester line trains in the outbound platforms at the Framingham Wellesley Farms Station until 7:30 p.m. Greenbus train 0875 p.m. Outbound is still operating 10-15 minutes beyond schedule between JFK, UMass, and Greenbus sites. But the commuter rail and the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, take a look at the highways around New England and starting off in Eastern Connecticut and around where 395 looking good from Worcester all the way down to New London. Out of around 95 on the northbound side is backed up from Warwick all the way to downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side it did so from 95 Providence all the way to Warwick. Route 4 on the northbound side, Lawson and Coventry just before Route 95. 295 on the northbound side is so from 95 Warwick all the way up to Johnston. 195 westbound side is so from Seacock all the way to downtown Providence. 295 on the northbound side is so for the Attleboro stretch. 146 on the northbound side so after 295 and Lincoln North Smithfield. 95 on the southbound side so for Route 1 and Sharon all the way up to 295 in Attleboro. 495 on the southbound side is low after Route 24 in Raynham. 95 and 24 is slow after the Route 128 up in Kenton. Route 18 and southbound side so it's split all the way after Route 18 in Weymouth. 128 on the southbound side is backed up from 135 and Dedham all the way after the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side is backed up from the split all the way after Route 24. Service Express on the southbound side so the Mass Park line of the Braintree split. Service Express on the northbound side is backed up for the Dorchester stretch. 120 on the northbound side so for Route 3 in Wilton all the way after Linfield and then again after Route 95 to Route 114 in Puberty. 120 on the southbound side is backed up from 225 in Lexington all the way to Mass Pike in Weston Mass Pike westbound side. It is backed up from Nick all the way up to Framingham. 495 is from Stowe all the way up to 290 in Marlborough. 495 on the northbound side is backed up to 290 in Marlborough. 495 southbound side so between 290 and Shrewsbury all the way after the Mass Pike in Perth. Route 3 on the northbound side so from Burlington all the way up to the Millwick and then hit back again after Route 495 up in Lowell. 495 on the northbound side it is up from 28 and Andover all the way to 15 in Methuen. 495 on the southbound side it's backed up from 93 in Lawrence all the way after Route 3 in Lowell. 495 on the northbound side so from Route 3 in Lowell to Tewksbury. Acton, Western Massachusetts I-84 on the westbound side it's so after the Mass Pike in Sturbridge. 91 on the southbound side so 291 and 57 in Springfield Agawam stretch. 91 on the southbound side, so Windsor all the way to downtown Hartford. 91 on the northbound side, it's still before Hartford, Connecticut. Route 2 westbound side, also before downtown Hartford. I-84 on the eastbound side, it is so from 684 all the way out to Newtown, Connecticut. I-84 westbound side, so from 610 went to Route 8 in Waterbury. 95 on both ends. 95 on the southbound side, also a step towards New York City. 95 on the northbound side, so from 287 in New York all the way out to Bridgeport, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, it is so from New Haven all the way to Guilford. 95 on the southbound side, so from Guilford all the way down to New Haven. 91 on the southbound side, also before New Haven around Route 95. Highways and byways New York City are sluggo. I-87 on the northbound side, so from 3 to 787 and Trey on the southbound side. Northbound side is so from the 3 all the way up to Trey, New York. I-81 on the northbound, southbound side, also south from Syracuse. I-81 on the southbound side, also on the 3 from the Syracuse area. New York State 3 on the westbound side, so from the Buffalo stretch from the 3 all the way from 290 all the way to 190. 190 southbound side, so from the Buffalo stretch. 290 on the east southbound side, it is so from 190 in Lockport all the way to the 3 in Buffalo. And 295 on the westbound side, it is so from Port Maine and the main Turnpike, Spalding Turnpike, northbound side, so 95 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, all the way to Durham, New Hampshire, but highways and byways, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine out. Looking good in 91 on the southbound side is so the Canadian border up in Vermont. I-87 that sold more fence after the Canadian border up in Vermont. Peter Jones News Time, 6:14 on this Thursday evening, and it's time now for a weather report. And take a look at the latest radar situation. It shows some low line of rain showers from Narragansett, Rhode Island, stretching down to Newport, Rhode Island, and down to Little Compton, Rhode Island, and then stretching south for Woodsville and west of Martha's Vineyard. Line of rain showers from off of Falmouth up the north Reserve Force Base around the Cape Cod Canal, stretching on Rome. And this is a line of rain showers and heavy downpours from Taunton, stretching down from Bridgeport to down from Madison. Heavy bands of showers and thunderstorms stretching south from Middletown and stretching on Madison, Connecticut. And little clusters of Number heavy Benza showers and thunderstorms northeast of Keene, New Hampshire, and north of Jeffrey, New Hampshire. And Atlanta showers and storms from Manchester, New Hampshire, stretching up to Concord, New Hampshire, and a lot of line of rain showers from southeast of Bennington, Vermont. Showers and storms from north of Brattleboro and stretching up into north central Vermont. And gonna time to see where this storm is gonna be headed. This storm's gonna be headed towards the east, so Rochester, Durham, and Portsmouth, you're raining in these lands of showers, and this is headed towards the north, so north being lookout for line of showers and thunderstorms, and this is headed towards New Britain and Hartford, and this is heavy band of showers stretching from the Bronx all the way down to Stamford, Connecticut. Alright, 7-day forecast, it goes like this. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely before 2 a.m., then at check the showers. Thunderstorms produce gusty winds and heavy rain, patch back after midnight. Increased cloud low at 68 degrees, south about 5 to 7 miles per hour, coming in evening, check is 6%, new rain for months, less than 10 minutes, check down it's possible thunderstorms. Friday, slight touch showers after 1 p.m., patch back before 11 a.m. was. Clouds skies high at 80 degrees, dark about 3 to 6 miles, at just is 20%. Friday night, check showers, thunderstorms are possible at 1 to 11 p.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain, patch back after 10 p.m. was. Most skies about 63 degrees, northeast about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Saturday, check showers and thunderstorms. Some storms produce heavy rain, patch power before 11 a.m. Otherwise, clouds skies about 74 degrees, east with about 6 miles, anticipation is 50%. New rain from between and 10 coordinate check time on possible thunderstorms. Saturday night, check the showers and thunderstorms. Most clouds skies about 62 degrees, east with about 5 miles coming in the evening, anticipation is 40%. Saturday, check the showers, mostly clouds skies about 67 about 60 degrees, anticipation is 30%. Monday, mostly sunny, most clouds covered 81 about 59 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sunny, podcast for about 62 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny, podcast for about 66 degrees. And for Thursday, mostly sunny, guys, high about 91 degrees. Currently, not here it is. Clouds and 78, humidity 87%, 26 above Celsius. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news, and it's July 7th, 2016 on Thursday. I'm Peter. Have a good evening and a good bye day to all. See you at 11 o'clock for late night report. Have a good evening.